Right. There's not going to be much editing in this video. This is an out of sequence video, which I don't think I've ever done before. I'm now in Alicante, and I've made, I think, or a video, 3 videos worth of recording. What? Do you know what I mean? I think the videos that I've done that I was going to start editing here, of 3 of them, which are my journey from Northern Ireland to here. On my last stint, or my stint through Spain, I decided, well, I'm not going to record anymore, and I said that at the end of the last video, which I haven't seen yet, because I haven't seen all 3 of them. And because it was just going to be a repeat of what happened before, but then something happened yesterday. Something bad happened yesterday when I was crossing from France into Spain. So I've decided this particular video, because it only happened yesterday and because it was such a big thing, is worth putting out now. So remember, it's out of sequence. The next 3 videos I put out, maybe it's 2, I think it's 3. The next 3 videos I put out are going to be prior to this happening. Does that make any sense? And as I said, I'm not going to edit this much. We're just going to put it out there, and I don't think it's going to be very long.
Keep left to continue on A70.
But I'm now, I was in Taravac this morning. I met them subscribing to rent this apartment for the next 7 weeks while I'm waiting for my sale to come through. And brilliant guy, really, really nice. Nice because you don't really know people until you meet them. And he's a lovely fella, lovely lovely house. And so that's fantastic. And I'm now heading for a hotel. Last night, slept on the beach in the car, in the back seat, and the 2 dogs in the front seat. Anyway, long story, I'll all gradually come out over all my videos. But this is the story of what happened yesterday. Alright? So sorry for being out of sequence. Sorry, PS. And you know, I'm always saying that things always work out for me, and I'm always lucky. Things always sort themselves out. I go on about that a lot in my videos. You tell me at the end of this, was I lucky?
Flashback.
Oh, I have a problem. I'm in the middle of nowhere still. And I was just going through one of the longest tunnels I've ever been through. And the car just suddenly got really, really sluggish. 20 miles ago now. And it's still really sluggish. Oh, panicking. I'm still in the middle of nowhere, but even at that I don't know what to do, how to get it fixed. Oh, no. I'm an hour and a half from tonight's stop, and I'm sort of thinking to myself, if it gets me that hour and a half, maybe I should just keep going and drive all the way to Taravac. If it keeps going, I'm afraid of stopping it, then it won't start in the morning. Oh, I don't know what to do. I wonder what it is. There's no warnings coming up, and I looked it up there on Google, and 10 potential reasons. One of them was dirty fuel. I put fuel in it. I imagine that would be a good thing if that was the case. Just keep driving until there's none left and put things like that fuel on. But then it could be that simple, but it is keeping driving, which is really unusual for cars nowadays. Usually something goes wrong with them and the electronics just stops them. Puts them into safe mode. So I haven't got a clue what this is. Touch wood, it's keeping on going. We're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It's a good half an hour later and the car's still going, but this is a never-ending hill, and it's doing 45. It won't go any faster, and it just feels like it's going to stop. So I hope to God it doesn't. On the flat roads I can get it right up to speed gradually, and then it feels far smoother. So I need to get this hill out of the way. I don't think there's any more mountains like this the whole way. Look, I just come through the other side of those mountains. I think they're the Pyrenees, but I'm not sure. I need this hill to stop. This is not good for my heart.
Later.
So the car's driving reasonably smoothly at high speed, and it's all big roads the whole way to Torrebeggy. So I've decided they can just keep going. I'd rather be broken down in Torrebeggy than in the middle of nowhere. And I've done slow roundabouts and takes ages to get back up to speed and stuff, but I haven't had to stop yet. That's my one worry. If I have to stop, will it start again? Will it keep going? I'll keep you informed. This is probably a very short wee video, I can tell you that. Oh my god, I could have done without this. I'm always bumming about how this car and... oh. Right.
Much later.
I'm beginning to think Spain's all uphill. I never noticed it before, but since the car started struggling, I've had to force it up a lot of hills. I'm on a really long one now, and it's just gradually been getting slower and slower. It was doing 110s, now doing 88. Some of it must be downhill. You can't go uphill to the sea. Right? Update. Last time I talked to you was ages ago. I'm now bypassing Valencia. I drove right through Spain, and the car's still the same, struggling in up hills and everything, but you get it onto the flat motorway and it goes full belt. And touch wood, didn't want to jinx myself, it's not getting any worse. So I think I'm okay. So the fella I'm renting the house from for the 2 months, he isn't there yet. He's arriving late tonight, after midnight. But he said I can go to the house and chuck all my baggage over the wall, which is brilliant, because it means the car's gonna not have all this stuff on it. If it has to go into the garage in the morning or something like that, we'll have to get fixed, obviously. So it takes that pressure off. But at this moment in time, I've nowhere to stay for the night. So I was trying to sort it out there, but I'm driving and it's too dangerous. So I'm going to wait till I get to his flat, get all my bags off, and then sit and see if I can get somewhere to stay for the night. I'm not sure if it's just tonight. I think it's probably 2 nights I need. I don't think this fella goes back home until Sunday. So we'll see, but I'm a bit more hopeful than I was earlier. Oh, don't jinx yourself, just leave it. We're heading now along the coast. Another 2 hours, 26 minutes. Right, first big test coming up. Whole way through Spain, I haven't had to stop once, and I don't mean turn the engine off. I mean, I haven't had to physically stop the car. So we don't know what's going to happen when I do that. And I was thinking that I have to get petrol before I get to where I'm going, Torrebeggy. So that'll be the first time I'm going to have to turn the engine off. But I've just got a warning saying there's congestion on this road, 8 minutes. That always means you're going to be stopping and starting, which is just stopping the car. So hopefully it'll be alright, but I don't know what's going to happen. I'm sure stop moving, if it cuts out or something. Don't know if you can see it, but I've killed a lot of flies today. If it keeps moving, I don't care how long it takes or how slow we get. As long as I don't have to stop. And it is looking good. We're only 3 minutes of the congestion left, and it doesn't look bad actually now, it's clearing up. Now cleared to like Valencia. So the whole way I've been diagnosing the problem. Not that I know much about cars, hold on. It reminds me. Not that I know much about cars, but I've boiled it down to a few things. One would be the best result, one of the spark plugs installed back in it. Because that would mean it wasn't get one of the pistons wouldn't be getting the spark correctly, so it would definitely react the way this would react if that. But that would also mean that one of the injectors could be hot air broken or clogged. And injectors are very expensive, and they put the actual fuel onto the spark plug in the engine. So that wouldn't be good news. That would be bad news. I think if it was the injectors, it would come up on the screen. Computer system, the electronics, I think it would tell me. Number 3, that fuel was dirty that I got. You didn't see the place, but it was a wee stupid petrol station. It didn't have any people working in it. And there's a number 4, what is it? I can't remember.
2,000 years later.
Can't remember. Why? Well, that is it. That is number 4. That would mean that dirt has get into the system, into the whatever the injectors or whatever. We will see. As long as it keeps going the whole way to his house, I'm going to be super happy. And Lawrence, thank you so much, because it's just such an awkward situation to be in. I feel more content even walking to the hotel. I feel more content at the drive over me. I wouldn't have slept last night if I'd have slept in the hotel I was going to go into. And then being able to get the stuff out, a lot of the stuff out of the car, the same flippy came too. So as soon as I arrive, do that, look for a hotel.
In 3 kilometers, use the right 2 lanes to take the A7 exit towards Alicante.
And there is a possibility I have to get. There aren't very many dog-friendly hotels, and I've tried the cheaper ones, the Abyss and the B&Bs and all. They're all full. It's Friday night. So there is a chance I'll just have to go to a normal hotel, so I'll need one with the car park, because the dogs will be sleeping in the car. But won't again, there'll be significant very much. But less than 300 kilometers to go. Wish me luck.
Twenty minutes later.
Now, this update is weird. So went into the paddle station, stopped the engine, filled it up, went in, paid, got a few bits and pieces, took the dogs out the back, the car park, let them run about, get them something to eat, get into the car, driving normally. Like right up until I was in there, every time I slowed down, the car was chugging. I'm not sure if it's a wee tiny bit off, but it's much better than it was. Wonder was that dirty diesel. We'll see. We'll keep you updated again. So it's definitely much better. But what I have noticed when I'm going. When I'm in a certain gear and I push the high gear and I push the accelerator to the limit, the car shudders a wee bit, so it's not perfect, but definitely much better than it was. Another thing, that tank, I was pretty empty, because I wanted to get rid of all that rubbish that was in it, in case I wanted to get rid of what was in it in case it was rubbish. So I took a risk. I was down to nothing. And yet that cost me €20 less.
In 3 kilometers, take exit 28.
Yet that cost me €20 less, €22 less than to fill up in France. Shows you, got cheapers, man.
End of flashback.
It's funny how things go. So there was me deciding not to make a video of the last stage, and then forced into it by circumstances of my car. So what then happened was, I went to the fella's house that I'm going to be staying in for the next 2 months, because he wasn't there, he's not there, but he said you can throw some of your stuff over the wall. So I got the big thing off the boot and a few other bits and pieces over his wall into his garden, and then I couldn't get a hotel. So I went to a wee quiet spot I know on a wee cliff edge beach, sorted out the car, we slept in it. I slept it back. And you think that sounds terrible, I slept like a log, and like the dog slept like a log. And then I got up on the beach this morning, the sun's out, I've got my shorts on, took the dogs for a walk, cleaned out the car for the first time, and heading now up to Villamartin. It's only 8:30 in the morning. Heading now to Villamartin, where I'm going to be living. Thought I'd go and have a look, get a cup of coffee and all up there, and something to eat. I want to call up now that where my stuff isn't sorted out for that fella, but don't want to phone him too early. So there you go. Made a video I wasn't expecting to make at all. Don't even know what that would be like as a video. Right, anyway, I'm gonna put it up. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up. A subscription would be fantastic, and comments fantastic. Until next time, bye for now. Well, by the way, one day to go. Tomorrow I'll move into the house, so I've rented it. I have managed to get a hotel tonight.